Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag,
United States of America, and to the republic stands one nation, under God,
indivisible,
justice for all.
liberty, and justice for all.
Justice for all.
I do love doing it that way. Okay. All right, so before we get started with the regular meeting, I do want to take a minute to read a resolution to Les. Okay, this is the thing you can open now.
Okay.
Okay. So, the Germantown Central School District Resolution of Appreciation for Lester Olson. Whereas Lester Olson served the Germantown Central School District faithfully and effectively as a distinguished member of the Board of Education for 4 years for the period of July 1st, 2016 through June 30th, 2020. Lester Olson soon came to exemplify the highest ideals of character and service by his commitment to the community. Lester Olson demonstrated to faculty, staff, parents, members of the community, and the Board of Education that he was proud of the Germantown Central School District, especially all the students who attended his service. Whereas Lester Olson served as an advisor to many who came to know him, was forthright in dealing with the public, accepted responsibility without reservation, demonstrated by his service on the Capital Project Executive Committee, placed the well-being of the school district and the care and education of Germantown students above all things. And whereas on this day, the Germantown Central School District acknowledges Lester Olson with gratitude from the bottom of our hearts for all that he has given to our children in the school district that he loves. Therefore, be it resolved that this resolution signed by the President of the Board of Education and Superintendent of Schools be recorded in the permanent minutes of the Board of Education on June 24th, 2020 as recognition of our appreciation of Lester Olson's 4 years of service to the Germantown Central School District. Thank you, Les.
Thanks, Les.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed these 4 years, and I enjoyed working with all of you. And I thought we did a lot of good work in the 4 years. So thank you guys.
Thank you. And I'm sure we'll be calling you when the construction project's done, because you'll certainly be invited to help cut the ribbon.
Awesome. I would love to come.
Okay. All right, capital project, non-action items. Capital project update by Luis Rodriguez of the Colombo Group, Dave Samuel of CPL. Any motion? Okay. Second? Okay. So we just did the walkthrough. Everything is coming along very nicely, in my opinion. I don't really have too much experience, but everything looked really good. Anybody have any questions for Lou or David? Do you have them online? Or comments, or? It's gonna be done. It's gonna be done.
So Lou, I don't know if Lou, can you hear us? You're muted. It looks like Dave is not muted, so Dave should be, oh good, you're both unmuted now.
Yeah. Yep, gotcha. So I'm sorry, I was breaking up a little bit there, I'm driving. Did you guys have any questions?
You still think we're on track to be done by the early fall?
Yeah, so right now today we're still looking to be done by the beginning of September. And the only outstanding thing that we're still battling on, and it's been a constant battle, of the pump house. We're coming closer to a resolution on that. And that's scheduled to be completed by the end of October right now.
Yeah.
But the facility itself would be completed by the beginning of September.
And we would be able to get into it. You said last time about a temporary.
What we talked about was a temporary C of O that allowed for use of all the space except for, and I think Dave was going to check into this, either the auditorium or even just the stage.
Yeah, this is Dave Samuel. It's just the stage, so we will get a partial CFO for everything except for the stage.
Okay. And hopefully by October we'll have it. All right, anybody have any questions for these guys? Okay, well, thank you, gentlemen. You enjoy the rest of your evening. Continue to drive safely.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
Lou.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye-bye.
All right, approve consent agenda items as listed. Need a motion?
I'll make it.
All right, Annie, then
Second.
Wes, second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. Okay. And financial action item, adopt the following resolution. Whereas the Board of Education has previously established an employee benefit accrued liability reserve fund, EBLAR fund, for the purpose of paying the cost of certain employee benefits defined as the cash payment of the monetary value of accrued and accumulated but unused and unpaid sick leave, personal leave, holiday leave, vacation time, allowances in lieu of overtime compensation and other forms of payment for accrued but unliquidated time earned by municipal employees and payable upon termination of service. And whereas the payments were made by the district's general fund budget for such employee benefits and now must be reimbursed from the EBLAR fund. Therefore, be it resolved that the board hereby appropriates and makes transfer from the employee benefit accrued liability reserve fund to the general fund in the aggregate amount of $13,877 to repay the general fund for the payment of employee benefits sick days during the 2019 school year, or 2019-2020 school year. From the employee benefit accrued liability reserve, $13,877 to general fund, $13,877. And be it further resolved that the Board of Education modifies the 2019-20 general fund's budgetary appropriations by the sum of $13,877 and authorizes the school business manager to appropriate the funds as specified in.
I'm in a meeting.
When?
All right.
When will you stop?
All right.
All right, I need a motion. I don't think he was listening to me. I need a
I'll
motion.
make it. I'll make it.
Les and Annie? Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. All right, board meetings, non-action items. Discuss in-person board meetings beginning July 8th, 2020. I vote yes. Okay.
Donald is muted. Can he hear us?
You can hear
Turn on
it.
mute.
Can't hear it.
Donald, can you hear us? Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess if you want to do that, I want to know what you would like to see us do. We could use the cafetorium or the high school library and spread everybody out. There's lots of options here. We could put a resolution on the July 8th agenda for the board to
Go see
undo
her.
the revision that you did to eliminate public comment periods. You could bring that back in. Some of the districts have the public submitting
Bring you.
questions and comments prior to the meeting. There is at least one other district out there that is still doing no public comment. It's really entirely up to the board, and we will set it up however you want it.
Linda, I don't need a motion, do I? Linda?
It's not an action item. I
Not
think
an
we're
action.
just looking for
Okay.
guidance.
Okay.
We're
Okay,
looking for guidance.
sorry. Who
Heather,
was-
go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I do it in person, in a,
Yeah, you're breaking up on us.
I can't hear.
But I think she said, I'd like to do it in person in a safe environment. Yeah, I would just assume if we get, I mean, we're not using the cafeteria for anything right now, are we? Where we can set it up and, because that's the biggest space that we have.
It has no AC, just saying. I mean, there's 7 board members, myself and Linda. We could certainly put you spread out 6 feet apart in the high school library, which does have an air conditioner. There's plenty of space to do that. We had Linda and the ballot counters in there, and there was tons of space. We just consolidated all of the furniture out of the way. Or we could just go in the cafetorium. That's fine too, whatever the board would like.
I think the library would probably be more comfortable.
Be more comfortable. The only concern I would have is getting people to that space if they're going to come to this, because
Okay.
everybody would have to come through the bus circle anyways.
Okay, so I was talking about the board being in person, but if you
No.
want to invite the public as well,
I think we're up to 25 people.
cafetorium for sure.
Yeah.
What about the gym? Is the gym the high school gym?
We could do the high school gym.
Is that air conditioned?
No.
Oh,
That's what I did last year.
If we don't invite the public into the meeting, does that consider the closed meeting?
No, because we would still use Zoom so that folks could be present on Zoom. We would have to set something up or set it up similar to the ballot counting with a camera so that it's live streamed. If you want to invite the public, we can definitely set that up and go back to basically normal board meetings. And we could definitely do that in the cafeteria. We could bring folks in. Handicap accessible is a little bit of a problem. Maybe the high school gym is the best place.
The high school gym might be the best place to do it. I would like to go back to live meetings, and if people want to come, that's fine. I mean, I don't know what our limit of number of people, but I mean, that's just, we can put that limit on. I mean, our board meetings very seldom get more than 10 people. So,
Could we request that people sign up ahead of time so that we know what space we need to set up?
well, I just think that if just saying, hey, you have a limit of, this is the limited number of people we can put in here.
Well, you can get a lot of chairs 6 feet apart in that high school gym for sure.
Here.
And once graduation is complete, right now it's set up to be the backup plan for the graduation ceremony, but that can all be taken down. And we, other than the fact that at some point the floor will have some, we'll get re-waxing that we do every summer. Other than that, it's available all year long. You can park on the bus circle side, which is the main entry right now. So for the public to come, although we're not going to have great parking, there's certainly plenty of room for considerable number of cars, and it would make sense to do it there, I think. We can definitely make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, it might be warm for the next couple of months, but put some fans in there. I mean, we'll survive. It's not like we're gonna have graduation, like we have that many people for graduation, so.
You know, you could come here when I holler to you.
Bro. Yeah, so I'm all for going back to public meetings. For 6 feet apart, you don't have to wear the mask. If, you know, when you come in, you'll have to have a mask on, of course.
Yeah, would that be a problem for any of the board members? And you'll have to wear a mask. And of course, we have hand sanitizer available in that area anyway, because it's our main entrance right now. Yeah, if that'll work, we can set it up.
I say go for it.
Yeah,
Fine with me.
okay.
All right, so July 8th, we will publicize on the agenda the location of the high school gymnasium. Would the board like to add a resolution to go back to the original policies regarding your public comment periods?
That I would be a little bit more wary on, only for the fact that we don't really know what's going to happen next. And I don't really want to be sitting in the gym and, you know, talking about reopening and safety concerns. I mean, we all have those things, but right now, until July 13th, we know nothing. So maybe the July 8th meeting, because it's just reorganization, early business, new board member will, in my opinion, let's hold off until the end of the month. Because you never know. I mean, we might get shut down right again anyways and be told we can't do this. So I would prefer maybe to hold off a meeting, if that's okay with everybody else.
So what you're saying is that we're gonna hold off until August meeting?
Well, we'll have July 8th meeting, we'll have in person, and people
Okay.
can come, but without the comment period.
We'll have Zoom set up for the public.
No, they'll come.
They can come if they want, but they can't talk.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you now.
Is that good? Is that all right?
That's fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then when it comes, and we get to August, if things are looking like we're going to open up and you know, all that good stuff, that, you know, we can make the resolution then.
Should we allow the public to maybe make a email a question if it's,
Well, they always have the ability to do that. They can always contact
okay.
for clarifications. I mean, I just personal experience when you're looking at, you know, your July meetings, usually not a ton of people around.
Right.
But at least if they can, at least they're able to come. I mean, but I think opening it just because the questions I can hear already are going to be questions we're not going to have any answers for anyways, just until July 13th when the governor makes the decisions. You know.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you for the guidance.
Yeah. All right. I need a motion to adjourn.
All right, Emma.
Second.
Another first, second. Donald, do you second that?
Yep.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Stay cool.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.